a reformer and a women's rights activist. Her work helped pave the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, giving women the right to vote. Her name is Susan B. Anthony. Due to extensive research on Susan B. Anthony, I will be letting you guys know about her accomplishments. Anthony grew up in a politically active family. Anthony was inspired to fight for women's rights while campaigning against alcohol. She then realized no one could take women seriously unless they had the right to vote. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan founded the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1869, according to history.gov. The two created and provided The Revolution, a weekly published that lobbied for women's rights. Later, the pair edited 3 volumes of history of women's suffrage together. Anthony was tireless in her efforts, giving speeches around the world and the country to convince others to support women's rights to vote. In 1872, Susan decided to take matters into her own hands and voted illegally. She was arrested and unsuccessfully tried to fight the charges. She was fined $100 and she never ended up paying the $100, according to SusanAnthony.org. When she died at 1906, she did not have the right to vote. In 1920, 14 years later, the 19th Amendment was passed. In 1979, she was on the dollar coin, making her the first woman to vote. To sum it all up, Susan B. Anthony played a very important role in society. Susan B. Anthony stood up for women's rights. She is the reason we, the women, have the right to vote and speak up in 2018, according to womenshistory.org.